Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Nick.
Hello.
That's hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right. We are all here. Last week, middle of the day, you guys were accosted by
Wait,
some
no, there's only
frost.
4 of us in here.
Is that 5? There's 5. Who's Damien?
Damien's that guy with the
Oh, yeah.
dog.
Looks like there's 5. There's 5 of us. There's 4. It only shows the people that aren't you.
Oh. It still should say 5 in call. That's deceptive at the top. Skype. Bastard. Alright, ignore me then. Let's continue.
The more and more I know you, the more and more I'm like, oh, that's why Washington's the way it is. Anyways,
Hey, I went private. I
Sing.
start next week.
What'd you say? Sorry.
I said I went private. I start next week.
Oh, nice. Congrats. Our bid was accepted on a house last night.
Nice.
congratulations.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Yeah, I married up.
All right. So last week, middle of the afternoon, you guys were accosted by a couple of frost giants.
Bitches.
And had a much rougher time with them than you did with the first frost giant you fought. Turns out one frost giant arrived your alley. 2 frost giants, maybe a little more than you can handle. But you got through it. Your scout proved himself loyal and did quite a bit of damage with his longbow. And he would like to hurry along to try and at least reach the river before nightfall, which he says may still be possible if there aren't any more interruptions.
Did we take a rest after we were accosted?
You have not yet taken a rest.
We should take
should
a
do that.
rest.
Okay. Yep, you can take a quick hour rest. Do your hit die and the like.
I healed you guys. We can take a short rest or a long rest.
I'm fine with either. I don't have like any spells or anything.
Okay. There's still a few hours. Your guide tells you that if you push on, you might be able to get to the river around nightfall.
All right.
I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
I had
if you guys
forgot that
just-
he had healed us.
If you need to use hit die, you get extra healing, and I'll tell you what that is in a second.
Yeah, I can use a healing spell too. Prayer healing. We need to.
Let's see. I think it's an extra. Yeah, 1d6.
1d6, yep.
So
For each one or just one?
each one. But you already used them, so. That seems like overkill, bud.
I was at 17 out of 45.
Nah, there's no way we're at 17 of 45.
He
No,
healed
I was
after my
before
heal?
out
me.
of 45.
Even after I healed you,
What'd you heal us for?
I rolled it. I'm not going to scroll up and look. You can, you can do
That's,
that.
that's all you, boo.
A lot.
Yeah, he did. It looks like he did a bunch of healing, but there's no notes of who it went to.
21.
The
Okay.
first
24
three were
healing.
for one person, and the last 3 were for somebody else. You guys can pick, I guess. I yelled it out when we were playing last session, but
Check the tapes.
why don't we say the first 3 are for Tyler? Because I'm looking at them now, and it looks like they're more, and I think you need more. Unless you want to check the tapes.
Okay, yeah, I don't need any hit die then.
All right. Very good. So, do you guys want to take a rest, or do you not need to take a rest?
We can make it to the river and then take a long rest. But
Okay.
somebody with a lot of hit points is taking first watch.
I sniped out of the woods.
I'm going to
so
need to heal myself then.
I'm full on hit points.
Well, if I need to use prayer healing, I can do that too. It's 2d8 plus 3 to everybody. And I have.
But you don't
3.
need healing, right?
I could use a little bit. I need like 7, but I'm fine. If everybody else needs it, though, I can use the spell slot. I've got extras.
Does anybody else need healing?
I'm good.
Then I will just cast a spell for myself.
Okay.
Uh, 6. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Very good. So you guys continue onward as the sun sets behind you. First person up is Arafel. Please give me a d20. Let's see if we have another encounter. You do not. You are able to reach the river without any hassle. There is the river's kind of going, you're on like a top of a hill. The river's beneath you, and you can see a ford down below.
All right.
All right, you guys just making camp here?
That's probably a good idea.
Yes.
All right, very good. So you guys can go and set camp. You set your watches. You already talked about it. I rolled for encounters. There were no encounters through the evening. So unless there's anything else you wish to do, we can go ahead and move to the next morning.
I think I'm good.
All right, very good. So you will continue onward. In the morning, you'll head down this little, it's a hill, but it's like not terribly tall. And you head down. You get to the ford. You're able to make it over. As you go through that early morning, Verabra, give me a d20. Let's see if you encounter anything. Okay. Morning comes warm. Aren't even that many insects along the river. In the early morning sun, you're easily able to make it over, and you can follow the east side of the river south. As this day goes on, Caldris, give me a d20 roll. Give me a d100 roll, please. All right, so you got the hill where you're at right now. You just come around this little curve right here. So the hills are in front of you. The woods are to the northeast. So you're gonna have a little triangle of areas.
That feel when you roll higher on a d20 than a d100.
Nice.
All right. Alrighty, real quick. I gotta do some quick research here in the book. One moment, I apologize.
Always.
All right, looks like it's gonna be these guys. Roll me 4d6, please, Caldris.
Okay.
Hmm.
Where y'all want to go after the Citadel?
Hmm.
That's a good question. I haven't thought about it. Really.
I don't know why I know the name Sundabar.
Well, it's been mentioned a couple times. That was a city that was destroyed by the orcs in a war a few years ago.
Maybe that's it. Hopefully the dwarfs are cool.
And whoever, let's see, Verabra, you're probably the one out scouting ahead a bit. Why don't you give me a perception check?
Okay.
Oh, that's too many of those. All right. You see the tracks of what look like humanoid, booted humanoid feet. You associate these with with the barbarians you fought in the moors. So you don't know if they're the same tribe or a different tribe, but there seem to be barbarians around.
Okay, because humanoids are my favorite enemy, I get to tell special things. Hold on, let me see what it is.
Okay.
I get. Hold on. Alright. I get to learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through. And because they're my favorite enemy, I have advantage on tracking them.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell there were probably 15 to 20 of them coming through. Mediums, I mean, they're the barbarians, so they're human barbarians, people that the sorts who have, forsaken society and civilization for the wild.
Do you let the rest of us know about it?
Yeah, I will. No. I'm just going to keep that knowledge to myself and let y'all walk into the barbarians. No, I will come back and tell you about the 15 to 20 barbarians.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put on my the helmet that I got from the barbarian leader last time we dealt with them.
Okay. Very good. Yep. And as you continue on out of the woods to the north, the northeast, you see two groups of barbarians come towards you, and a horn blows as they approach. They have weapons drawn, and they appear. They're shouting something in a language that none of you have learned. However, your scout will whisper to you, "That's the wrong tribe's hat. What are you doing?"
The wrong.
Okay, when he
hat?
says that, I'm gonna take it off and put it back up.
No, hold on. I'm gonna grab it and like make the throat cutting motion while I hold it up as if it were a head, like as if I had cut the helmet's head off. If that makes sense.
Okay. Give me a performance roll. All right. What that will get you is you'll get looks like one of the shamans approaching, along with a couple of guards. And they will ask you where you came by that elk tribe helmet.
Oh,
Oh, God.
no, you go ahead. Unless you're speaking specifically to me because I did the action, but otherwise I don't care.
I'm gonna look at you, kind of like, can I take it from here?
Yeah, I'll let you handle that.
And that's the hat that we got from.
The helmet,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
with the elk antlers.
I'm gonna say that we encountered some tribesmen with this helmet, and we dispatched with them and took this as a trophy. Took that helmet as a trophy.
So they will lean down towards you, the shaman will, and say, "You." That's the right ones. You killed Rond Varson and stole his tribe's totem.
I'm gonna. Look up at the sky and like roll my eyes up a little bit as if I'm thinking about it, and I'm gonna say, the one we don't know his name, but the one who was wearing this, we left him for dead. He may or may not. We didn't care enough to check to see if he was living, but we did take his helmet after we defeated them in battle. My thinking is just in case they run into him, or they've run into him recently.
Right, very good. Give me a performance check or deception, your choice. Actually, Matt,
Jesus
Doesn't
Christ!
your- were you the one that you tried to deceive them with the helmet?
Yeah, but it wasn't a lie.
Kinda was. It was a non-verbal lie. I'll let it go this time, but in the future.
Well, it doesn't say deception rolls. It says deception and then in parentheses lying. So like it means like a specific variety. And for the advantage, it does the same thing.
Okay.
Investigation to see through illusion.
Gotcha. All right, very good. I'll let it go then. Let's see here. We have get up this character sheet. Shamans are usually pretty wise. But he does not see through that. He will nod at you and say, "You are mighty warriors. Anyone strong enough to enter the Elk Chief stronghold and come out alive. My warriors and I will not directly confront. I will pass this information along to our chieftain. I think he might be interested in finding you again." And they will fade back into the woods.
Once this guy finds out that that didn't actually happen, he's not going to be happy.
Yeah, well, I say we take the the pass back from Citadel Farabar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not go this way.
All right, Croonin, your bard guide, will tell you that that was the Black Lion tribe, and they're usually pretty violent. So they don't tend to play well with others. So he suspects that you made an impression on them. All right, but we will continue onward. You guys have reached. Can I grab that? You guys have reached kind of like this little opening here. It's going to take you 2 days to get through the hills to get over to the Citadel. If you had a boat, you could go down the river, but you don't, so you can't. But you can. The Croonin knows ways through the hills to make it fairly straightforward.
Can you
Okay.
magic us a boat?
I looked this up last time. I can make a rowboat, but I don't think that's going to help all that much.
Yeah, it's not going to help with the wagons or with the
No.
The horses.
The horses. Thank you. But yeah, you guys could go ahead, and it's getting to be kind of
We do have the pixie dust.
you do what the pixie does.
We may not want to waste it though.
Also, not going to help with the wagons or the horses.
I mean, it could.
The
Could you
horses maybe. The
imagine?
wagon
The horses might be able. You might be able to make the horses fly. The wagon's not going to fly with pixie dust.
and my levitate spell is not gonna. I think I levitate, but it's not gonna.
No, it's our horses and wagons are exceptionally heavy.
All right. So you guys making camp here at the base of the hills.
That works for me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Very good. So let's see what kind of interesting things might happen.
The Black Lions come with some frost giants to kill us.
They better
Well,
not
from
come
your-
back alone. Sorry.
No worries. From your experiences with the Elk tribe, they did not have any good relations with the giants. Now, obviously, it's a different tribe, but they're still guard barbarians. So you guys set your watches. I forget. I apologize. Who was it that takes the long watch at the end of the night?
The elf.
That's me.
All right. So give me a perception check, please.
Watch
I
that
think-
place like a hawk.
I think I saw it.
Oh yeah. There's lots of. You hear the sound of orcish voices
Okay, horses.
around you, and you have enough time to wake up your companions and set a defensive perimeter.
All right.
Give me 3d6, please.
Me?
Yep.
Qua?
We just got growled at by a bear.
All right. I'm going to give you guys a fire pit, and you arrange yourselves however you wish to be.
In Neverwinter?
Around the fire pit. that'll be your fire. Put yourselves however you wish to be around it.
Oh, there I am. Is there like a woods area?
You're not. There's not. The woods are kind of in the distance. You're kind of they're in the. You're still in the grasslands, but the hills are kind of like half mile away. They're like the path leading up into the hills. So you're still flat, but there wasn't a lot of cover. But you may have little cospa trees, but it's not going to be like cover.
That's a
Is
bummer.
that Raven riding a horse?
Yes. Not sure how, but yes.
I mean, all he has to do is perch on the head.
My horse is so dead.
Where is the token? Where is the token? It didn't give me the token. There's the token. All right. So out of the grass rises up the orc, a small orc horde. Coming at you from two sides, and we need to roll initiative.
Bum bum bum. Good job,
I
Keldris.
was gonna say I'm glad that I rolled Socrates first, but I didn't do much better. We got Matt over here selling all our 920s.
Oh yeah, before I forget about it, Tyler was saying he'd like to have it so when you guys roll like
Ability checks.
ability checks and stuff, it shows to just me. I can make it so every time you guys roll something, you have to choose whether to have a GM roll or be a general roll. So that's really easy to turn on in your sheets. Or I can write you all scripts and insert them in your sheets. So you have like little buttons that pop up and you select your tokens. So you can and that can be whispered to me. So it's up to you how you want to do that.
Well, is there a way you can show ability checks just to you and not let us see it? Like, say I roll a nature check, and would you be able to hide it from me, and just have you see it?
Yes, but again, on the sheet, it's going to be every roll. But again, you can choose whether or not to share with everybody or not. Right?
Okay.
There's a little drop-down box that pops up. It's going to pop up on everything you roll. Or I can write I can do an old school macro and have a.
You can hide it from the person who rolled it that way?
Yeah.
Huh.
It'll hide it from all of you, so you guys won't know what you rolled. Only I'll know.
Which is handy for
Yeah.
like stealth and stuff.
Right. So like I see what you rolled. You rolled a 2, by the way.
Okay. Is there a way that? See, I can still see that too. Is there a way we could keep it where I can't see that roll?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. I didn't realize you could still see. That would make sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is. Let me figure out how to do it.
Okay, we don't have to do it right now. I just
Yeah.
thought that was an interesting idea.
I'm sure I've
'Cause
done it before. I don't remember how.
Okay, because I know that sometimes I'll roll real low on something and think, well, this is going to happen because I rolled so low.
I
Whereas,
understand.
yeah.
All right. Let's see how it goes. Verabrar.
Alrighty. Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh my god, my mouse is freaking out. All right, I'm gonna. Run up and attack this orc.
Okay.
Please chill, mouse. Sorry, my touchpad is having like a panic attack, so I can't click on anything.
All right, that will hit. 14. You get sneak attack on the first attack, right?
Yes, because I. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do a dash and dash back. That's 35, right? That's 1, 2.
All right. So they do have dark vision. We'll say you're an elf, so you're capable of this. Give me a stealth check at disadvantage, and we'll see if you're able to hide. Well, actually, no, you don't have the opportunity to hide because you got to use an action for that. Never mind, you're not hidden. The orc you hit, bleeding profusely, but still up. All right.
Which one was that again?
That was this guy.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, this first orc up here, they can sprint at people as a bonus action if they're planning on killing you, which they are. So he will come sprinting down towards the cleric and take a big swipe with his great axe. 22 to hit.
I'm going to use cutting words. I'm going to yell out. This is terrible. I'm the worst bard ever.
Not sure if insulting yourself works for cutting words.
Does it? I'll yell out. You smell. I really, my brain is fried. It's been a long few days. Sorry. You get to add a D8 to your. Do you want me to roll it or you want to roll it? I get to subtract D8.
It doesn't matter. I'll roll.
2.
And that's
hitting.
Okay, I have an AC of 20.
Okay,
Yep.
so still gonna hit.
Still hitting.
Okay.
Yep. It's the match. So yeah, you take 9 damage.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, thank you for trying.
All right.
Because you didn't believe in your insult.
That's exactly what it was.
He's going to come charging down here, and he's going to try and return the favor. 18, Verber.
Does not hit.
Okay. Really? What's your AC?
19.
Okay.
When I have the sword out.
Okay, fighting style. Right. What's your AC?
Well, it's because I use a sword and shield when I have the sword out.
Gotcha. Okay. This guy starts shouting in Orcish. Any of you speak Orcish?
No.
No.
Oh.
All right. He is going to bless these 3 guys. Can he reach the cleric? Yes, he can. Uh, 19 will not hit, I know.
Nope.
Because you told me so. This guy will also sprint down to the cleric. Ooh, they redid the spell casting on these spellcasters. That's nice. It's much nicer now. And that'll also miss even with advantage. I'm sorry. Bless is an advantage. Bless is a +4, isn't it? Plus
1d4.
D4. So the first one was almost certainly going to hit. Yep, even with a 1, it's still hit with a 20. So you take 7 damage from the first one.
Okay, I'm just going to use shield, so I should go up to 25.
Okay, that will.
I should have done that at the beginning.
Won't even bother this first time. Okay. That was the orc, and that was the bard. Oh, I forgot to roll for your. I forgot to roll a scout.
What's that?
No, never mind. I got to put the scout in there.
All right. I since I used my no, that would be a bonus action. I could still do it. Oh no, it's still the same turn technically, but it was before my turn when I used Bardic Inspiration. Can I use it now to give somebody inspiration, or do I have to wait until next turn?
Is that a bonus action or a reaction?
The cutting words is a reaction.
Right.
Oh, okay. And then Bardic Inspiration, I guess, is it's the bonus action.
It's a bonus action.
Yeah, so I can use it.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to give inspiration to Ryle.
Thank you.
D8, you're welcome. And I feel like my mouse has gotten Caldris's mouse cancer AIDS. And I am going to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Shit. All right, and I gotta go downstairs real quick to help my roommate with something. I'll be back in a minute.
You got
Sorry,
it.
guys.
I didn't know we had a
The
roommate.
hypnotic. Me either.
Hello, everyone. My name
Hypnotic pattern is so devastating, it sent him downstairs.
So I'm definitely going to get these guys with it. Where?
is manager. Okay.
These guys. And I'm just going to attempt to get this one too.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to use, what's it called? Spirit Guardians. So I'll wake him back up as her. I'll wake him back up as soon as it comes my turn.
Yep, that's right. I actually looked at all their turns.
Like last in the initiative, anyways. Second.
Actually, I could get this guy and this guy without getting you, and get all of these if I center it on a point like.
Well, we could try.
Actually, no, I don't. Maybe not. Oh, it's what, 30 feet?
Oh, and congratulations on the house. I was muted earlier.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. We're pretty stoked. Yeah, I wouldn't get one of these guys. Fuck it, I'll just get them.
You can get the 4 back guys and the 1 front guy, obviously.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no point because he's gonna take damage. Tyler's right. Plus, I'd get one of the horses. Not that it matters, but
Poor horse.
I'd probably like it. I wish somebody would cast Hypnotic Pattern on me at like 1 o'clock tonight and just go straight to bed. Like, I'm like really excited about the house, but it could still all fall apart. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up.
I just really want to buy a house one of these days so that I can convert my office and the game room as I desire instead of playing the game of, well, renting, so
Yeah.
like I would love there to not be carpet in the room where I do all my board games and stuff.
Yeah, that doesn't make well for small pieces, and
Food and everything else.
yeah. We have ample room upstairs if we get the house, if everything goes well, and we do buy it. But I'm gonna turn the basement into a man cave of sorts, and I'm gonna have a gaming table, even though my nearest friend will live like 50 miles away, and will never come over to play board games. So I'm still gonna have some space set aside for when it happens.
The fact that you said basement reminds me that there are states in this country that have houses with basements.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
Most of them, actually.
I was thinking, man, I wish we had a basement.
But I've spent about 12 years in states without basements. And I only spent like 2 or 3 in a state with a basement. Did y'all see the Falcon 9 landing?
Did not. I'm gonna have to catch that tonight.
Shabam. GIF.
Boom. Thank you.
Save me the trouble of.
Sorry, ladies. Anyways. Oh, goody. I've missed this spell. Which one's you casting it on?
The top, the ones on the left, the orcs on the left, those 4.
Okay. Very good.
And it is DC 15.
DC 15.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Right? Yep.
All right. 2 fail.
So what does the blue mean?
Blue means they're blessed, just so I remember that they get a +4.
Okay.
Alrighty. Orc.
I watched the GIF. I thought it was about to crash there for a second because it was going so fast. I realized the GIF was just sped up.
I don't think can he get to anybody else? He can, in fact, get down there. Because the cleric's already got 3 guys on him. He wants his own kill. All right, so he will come down here. Who's that? Arafel, 1 or 2.
He's gonna. What's his range?
It's 30 feet, but orcs have the ability that they can, as a bonus action, the orc can move up to its speed towards a hostile creature it can see. So it's 60 feet. That was exactly 60 feet there.
What's yours again, Cal? Just 2?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take 1 then.
All right. Okay. He goes.
Sorry, bud.
I prefer it.
21 to hit. I'm rolling hot tonight.
21 hits.
All right. 6 slashing damage.
3.
Hypnotize. This guy's still there, and he will come down and go for the rogue.
We took a long rest, right? Or not
You've
yet?
had several long. You've had several long rests. It's not going to hit. Even with plus, not going to do no good. The scout's going to cry an alarm. He and his horse are going to fuck off. down in this direction. And he will shoot one of the orcs around the cleric. And this time he's not going to hit.
I know there's like a million combat things going on, but like next time you're bored, can you link my hit points from my token to my sheet? Because I keep changing it on 1, and then we start combat, and I'm like, why am I at 12 life?
Sure. Any particular circle you wanted in?
It's already all set on my token. You just need to match. It is
The red circle.
bar 3 needs to be hit points, but again, don't stress it right now.
Okay, so you want the green one to be the hit points.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you? You're you.
This guy worries me.
Yeah, he's got fancier token than the rest of them.
He's also already cast Bless on them.
This guy's gonna leap over the cart.
No, that's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah, you wouldn't have enough room with the cart. So he's going to do, and he would have to go by. He's not going to run by Arafel, but the cleric's already got it. He's going to come down here. They haven't really attacked him yet, though. I guess he would come for the cleric, at least for this turn. And he will swing. Nope.
Hopefully, say, let's see, get to 25.
Ryle.
Good luck, buddy.
Okay, all these guys around me. I am going to say a quick prayer to Gond and cast Spirit Guardians.
Yep, I saw that coming.
Yep. They all came to me.
All right, so make their saves on their turns.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to command the golems to form up near the horses and guard them, and to attack one of the guys around me. So I'm going to have them attack this guy.
All right.
So four. Okay.
All right, that's 3 hits.
2. So
All right, that orc goes
18
down.
on that guy.
He is
All right.
El Deadel.
And that's my turn.
All right, it's 50-foot radius on the aura, right?
15, yes. And I'll fix it.
I got you.
Oh, thank you.
And Socrates.
He is going to distract this guy because he can't actually fly away because of opportunity attacks.
Okay.
That's his turn.
The orcs are not terribly worried about a single raven. Caldus.
I'm gonna attack the gentleman in front of me.
All right.
I'm gonna suck at it.
Yep. That does hit.
Crap for damage though.
Not good.
Oh shoot, these are humanoids. I was supposed to do 2 more damage than what he said I did. Sorry.
Okay. Well, in the future, remember that. Because that guy only had 1 hit point left. It wouldn't make any sense. He had to attack you then.
I move.
That's us.
Okay, you're going to move too?
Yeah, I did it. I'm just letting you know
Okay,
that
gotcha. Shifted over the other side. Gotcha. All right. Caldus. Not Caldus, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Veribar.
I am going to attack the one that I've already attacked.
Okay. Okay. You killed him. You don't have to roll damage. He's dead.
And I will use the disengage action and lead this guy on a merry chase over here.
All right.
45 feet.
That's this guy. So first off, he's got to make his wisdom save, right, for Spirit Guardians.
Yep.
And what's your DC?
14.
All right, he does not make it. He dies. DED dead. This person is kind of annoyed at his friends, and he is going to thinks they're all a bunch of idiots. Just gonna come down here, kind of kick the horse out of the way a bit, and he is going to command the scout to how's he going to phrase that? Attack. It's one word. It's going to be one word. Actually, he's going to command the bard to break.
What?
He's easy strumming that instrument.
And he wants me to break my instrument?
Well, that he commands you to break.
It's not going to break. But
it's up to interpretation, so next turn you should break dance.
What's the roll on that?
It's a wisdom save, and it is a DC 11. So quite easy to do. These are not high-end creatures. Arafel?
I'm doing it now or on my turn?
No, now. Then you know on your turn whether you have to do it or not. All right. His command to you is to break. Orc is going to make his wisdom save. And fail, so he dies. And Arafel.
All right, I'm gonna slam my so anything I have in my hands. I'm gonna slam my Bandor into the closest thing next to me.
That's a magical weapon, though, right?
Yes.
Right, so it's not going to break.
You bet the El Kabong this orc.
You can absolutely make a improvised weapon attack with it against the orc.
All right.
So it's just it's strength, not proficiency. Okay, that hits. Improvised weapons, I believe, is a D4.
Four?
Yeah, it's a D4 plus your strength. All right. So you smash it over the orc's head. He looks at you and snarls. The orc spellcaster kind of puts its head in his hand, just kind of shakes its head.
Am I still under the spell? What did he cast?
Command.
So
So no,
just
just
command.
one time. Now that was your action, but you don't have to. You're no longer on. You don't have to keep trying to do it.
Can I use a bonus action?
Yes, you can bonus action or move.
I am going to. No, it's an action. Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'd rather take the attack of opportunity.
All right.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna back up to here.
He will take a swipe at you.
You
will not
can.
hit. I am no longer rolling hot. All right. Orc is in combat with the cleric. He will try and swipe at Caldris again. Nope. Orc is hypnotized. Orc will chase down Verabrar. Nope. What's your AC, Verabrar?
19.
19. Nope, still can't do it, even with a 4. All right. Scout will take a shot. He is not fond of this one being so close. He's going to shoot the one chasing Verabrar. He gets 2 shots, right? Yes, he does. Both of those will hit. Not quite enough to kill it, though. This one's still in combat with Ryle. If you kill all 3 of these things with your fucking bullshit cleric shit. Nope, he rolled a 20. He's still alive. Hurt, but still alive. He will attack you. Miss. And then he will try and get the fuck out of the way of the swinging nonsense.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
You do. 13 will hit.
Cool. Sucks to be him.
Yep. He's dead.
Okay. Didn't even get to do the other damage.
Didn't need it. He had 5 hit points left. So you guys just see Ryle and his god is cleaning house up on the other side of the fire from you.
Just gonna put my warhammer on my shoulder and just start walking towards this this guy over here.
Okay, yeah, it's your turn, so go ahead.
I'm just gonna walk right up to him and bash him. Apparently oh, never mind. I do.
Do you get 2 attacks now?
No,
first guy. You're right. Okay.
it's a cantrip.
Yeah.
So it should do 16 damage.
All right. Very good.
And where's Airfield? Okay.
Back by the horse.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have my golems help out our rogue friend. And I used the wrong thing.
I'm sure it's the same attack pattern. They hit. He's dead. He didn't have that much, so you're good. He gets pink cushion with arrows. All right. Anything else?
Socrates can fly down here and help Caldris, and that's it.
All right. Very good. Caldris.
I'm gonna do paladin things to this guy in front of me. How does that leave him?
That leaves him without a head.
I'm gonna run forward and try to help my friend. Also, side note, because I just thought about my glorious aura. Did you add your number to your save against that command? And I miss.
Did I what?
If you're standing next to me, you add 3 to your saves, your saving throws.
Nah, I didn't.
I don't think it would have made a difference. I think you rolled 7, you needed an 11.
Oh, okay. I swing and miss at the big cool guy.
Okay, very good. He's still hypnotized. Verabrar.
All right. Verabrar is going to dash. And
Okay, that's a hit. You do get sneak attack.
18,
6.
because he's a humanoid.
All right. So he is, this guy is pretty much, resigned to his fate, but he's not. He's going to go down fighting.
I use the rest of my dash to back up 10 feet, by the way.
Okay. First thing he's got to do, he's got to make a wisdom save. Go on, and give me another roll for spirit guardians.
All right. One of these days I'm going to figure out how to do push to talk. All right, 9 damage. Wow, that is incredibly low.
And he's saved, so he only takes 4.
You hold the button down when you want to talk.
No,
In
how do
Skype?
I? Yeah, how do I
I'll,
set that up in Skype?
I'll show you after the session.
Okay.
All right. He is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And he is going to try and finish off. Well, he would like really try and finish off Verabrar, but he ran away. So I guess he will try and do Ryle because Kaltus hasn't hit him yet. So first thing is with his spear. He's got a spear 2-handed. That will hit for 12 damage.
Okay. Can I use? I can't use inspiration for this, can I? To not get hit.
Bardic Inspiration? I don't believe so, no.
Okay. And would a 25 help?
25 would help.
Okay, I'm going to cast Shield.
All right. So you cast Shield, so it bounces off you, as does the spiritual weapon spear that pops up behind you and tries to skewer you from behind.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to check something on Shield real quick. Airfell.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm just going to shoot him with my crossbow. Does a 24 hit?
It does. Yep. He's got 7 hit points left. So not quite. Although honestly, as soon as the spirit feeds, he's going to be dead. So
yeah,
we will go ahead and just say the battle's over because he's not going to survive the. At the very least, the spirit guardians will kill him. So
you saw it. I killed him.
yes.
I saw it. It was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
did it.
You've got 2 surviving orcs who are just kind of sitting there drooling, which is pretty much what orcs do anyways, but your guide, by the way, is going to look down at you, Arafel, and be like, I think I might want some danger pay. This has been a more interesting ride than usual through these parts.
You're the one that.
Danger pay.
This is the route he suggested. It's
Yeah,
just like,
you're the
you
guide.
wanted a
You
safe path.
you
guided
brought us
This
here.
is on you, buddy.
He takes a breath and he nods and says, "That's a good point." Yeah, and he uncorks a wineskin and starts drinking.
So about the orcs.
About the orcs.
That's an in-character question. So about the orcs.
Well, I don't want to just execute them here. They are orcs, but doesn't sit right with me to execute something that's, well, not
I
able
would
to fight
find
back.
You only have about 45 seconds before they wake up.
Okay, then I'm going to go over there and restrain one of them
Okay.
and deactivate Spirit Guardians.
All right.
I assume I would need to roll to grapple.
No, they're hypnotized. You're fine. So you guys can easily tie them up or whatever.
We only need one, right?
Yeah, but, I mean, do we really want to execute something that can't fight back?
You need to keep one alive so that you can kill it to make a point to the other one. Well, he didn't talk. What's our guide's name? Graveltoe?
Your guide's name is Krunar.
I'm gonna ask, are orcs common in the air?
Krunin Graveltoe.
Hey. Are orc attacks frequent? You said you'd been out this way before. You knew it was a shortcut. Have you run into orcs on the roads before? Or not roads, but the path.
He says the orcs haven't been common up here since the War of the Silver Marches about 5 years ago. They were beaten back pretty heartily. He doesn't know if these are raiders or a advanced party of another horde or what. So he's actually mildly concerned.
I'll do what I can to restrain one while Ryle does the other. But then my intent will be to kind of check the leader, see if he has anything that would key us into what him and so many were doing out here.
Okay. The leader will not have much on him. Looks like a raiding party. He does have a sack full of some household goods. Like they might have raided a farmstead or something, as well as having a total of about 13 gold and mixed coins on him. There's like a couple chickens. There's a painting, a family portrait sort of thing.
A family portrait?
Yep, just a small portrait. Looks like some, a traveling sword. Might have been like a farmhouse in the background. Looks like somebody commissioned a family portrait, and he raided it from the farm. Stole the chickens, stole their gold.
All right.
Mr.
Well,
Caldress, you think he could be part of a raiding party?
it looks like a raid.
This was a good sized party. This could definitely be a raiding party.
Yeah, they weren't scouting with numbers like this. They were out doing stuff. I don't know whether they were probing for further attacks or whether just simply trying to get food, gold, etc. But
Yeah, scouts usually report back to someone when they encounter something. They don't attack, generally. So, I'm going to concur with that assessment and say this is... I don't think anyone knows we're here either. Like, I don't think they had anybody report out. It didn't seem that way.
no, I think they had full confidence in their abilities against us.
Well, in that case, maybe we should let one of these go. I don't know a whole lot about orc culture, but I do know that that they rely on strength. If we let this guy go, he might go back and let all the other orcs know that I lost my train of thought here.
Actually, I was going to shoot him with a crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah, I take it back. I'm not sure that there's anything. If we let this guy go, it's probably not going to help.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely vote for killing them.
Okay. Yeah, you've got a mound up there. You're easily able to finish them off.
I guess I will take my rope back.
Okay.
Actually, I was going to say, well, we could let one go and follow them, see if he could take us back to the stronghold. But well, they're dead now.
Yep, they are dead now. You mean you have a tracker? If you want to try and track them back, you're more than happy to. Your guy doesn't look particularly enthused about that idea, but
We could do that. That's a good idea. And my 4 obviously didn't kill him.
no, but they were bound. It's like the coup de grace, basically. They had 15 hit points. They're just, you want to kill them, they're dead.
Well, we are close to Citadel Felbar. Do we want to waste time? Or, I mean, we want to spend the extra time to try and track these guys down? It's probably not a good idea to have orcs roaming around. But at the same time, we are pretty close to Citadel Felbar.
We could bring them with us as prisoners.
You already said you killed them.
Yeah, they're dead, man.
They did.
They did.
I slit their throats, straight assassin style.
DED dead.
Deaded.
Well, do we want to continue our camp? We were in our camp when they attacked, right?
Yep. Couple hours till morning.
Yeah, I think we should just rest. Finish up for the night. I'll drag them over to the outside of the camp.
I'll help drag an orc or two away from stuff and reposition my bed if I need to. And then I'm gonna get some more sleep.
All right. Very good. You are all slept out, and you can wake up in the morning. There is no more issues throughout the night.
Well, there we go. So you said like 2 days to get us to the Citadel, Gravelton?
Yes, you're looking about 2 days.
Already.
Well, I don't think it'll be the super most fun going through the hills, but we might as well get to it.
All right. You guys head on up into the hills. And let's see, whose turn is it? Is it Ryle's turn for D20? Who gave me the last D20?
I haven't given you any. And I have not done any rolls today.
Okay. So Ryle, give me a D20 roll. Okay.
All right.
Morning go. Yep, you climb up the hills. It's not the most barren you've ever seen, but it's pretty rough going, but there's a nice path up, heading up into it. Seems to be pretty straightforward. Arafel, give me a D20 for the afternoon. All right. You reach the peak of a hill. There's a little cave that that Krunen tells you he recommends you guys rest in for the night. You should get to the he puts on a mountain in the distance that's fairly downhill. He's like mostly downhill from here. The entrance to the Citadel is in that mountain.
Nice.
All right, and you guys set up camp, I assume.
Yeah, we will.
All right. During your watches, let's see if anything interesting happens. All right. Nope. It looks like the evening goes without a hitch. And you can continue on in the morning. I won't even make you guys roll. At this point, you are in the Citadel's, easily within their zone of control. And you can get down into the main road and head up to the entrance from there. Your guide will hold up and say, The dwarves are usually pretty nice, but they're not really my style of folk. If you don't mind, I'll collect my pay and I'll head on my way down back to the cities. Back to the forest, rather.
Do be sure to stay
Alright.
safe out there.
He nods and he says, I will spread the word to all the farmsteads I know of the orcs, and I'll be sure to spread the word of the mighty orc slayers. All right. And you guys have he tells you it's about an hour up the road, and he'll turn tail and head off back up the hill.
He seemed like an alright fellow.
Although
Not
after
too bad.
bragging for being an amazing guide, we sure did get attacked a lot.
Yeah, but I can't say that's entirely his fault. We have been getting attacked even before we hired him.
Yeah, the giants are new, and he told you that the orcs hadn't been busy since, since the war. So it's not surprising. He seemed fairly surprised by all the danger on the road. All right. So when do you guys head over to the up to the Citadel?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
All right. Very good. You approach up, and you are. I'm not sure if it's the recording or what, but I'm getting an echo of myself in my headphones. I'm sorry, guys.
No, I hear it
Oh,
too.
it's me. I'm sorry.
No worries. So you approach. You enter into a wide canyon, and there is a guard tower with a gate, kind of in the middle of the canyon, with what looks like dwarves manning the battlements.
Is this that dwarven construction that you were so fond of there, Ryle?
I've been wanting to see it for a while, and it looks pretty nice so far. But I'm curious to see what it looks like on the inside.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we're outside the Citadel right now. I'd like to see what it actually looks like. Once we get in the heart of it.
No. I
Well,
know you meant that. I meant like, what are you actually interested in, Ryle? The architecture, their crafting.
Well, I really want to go see the forges.
I should have known as much.
Well, I mean, it's not every day you get to go to one of the major citadels.
It's been all my life. I haven't been to one yet, so I guess there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, I learned my trade from Gungeon over there at the Mines of Fandover. I've always wanted to come out this way, but it's a long trip. But I don't know. Let's go ahead and check this out. And we do have the what was it? I know we had to come this way to get something, but I don't have my notes.
I will look at my notes in a moment. It was one of the quests from Tribor.
yeah, we have a letter.
Was that from? We have to present it, right?
To the king and queen.
Yep.
Yeah, we're supposed to give it to the captain of the guard, and he'll give us an audience, and the king will apparently give us a boon.
All right. So you guys approach the guards. They've been watching you from about a quarter mile away. These four idiots on a cart just chatting with each other.
It's a long road. We have to make conversation. It's character building, sir.
That's true. Okay. If you're doing it as you're going up, that's fine. I thought you were just paused like a quarter mile
Oh no.
from the towers.
I assumed that there would be conversation while slowly plodding along.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. So yes, you are able to get up there, and the guards will, the gates are down. By the way, all you see is a gate. There's no towers like on the mountainside. It appears the gate is built into the side of the mountain. And they'll ask you to halt and state your business.
Somebody else want to do all the talking?
Sure, I'll step forward and who has that letter?
We can just say you do.
Okay.
We have
I
a
have
letter
the-
We have a letter of recommendation for King and Queen Morin Tithmel.
Okay. You hand the letter over. The guard will take it, and he says, "Oh, a friend of Master Foehammer's. Please enter. Please feel free to enter at the Citadel." He'll hand the letter back over to you, and he will give you directions to a inn on the first level. The inn's name is the. He'll tell you it's designed for human visitors. And he'll say something in Dwarvish. Those of you who know Dwarvish will know the name of the place. And he will tell you that they will send a runner to the king, and they will meet you at the inn in a few hours.
All right, I'll tell him back in Dwarvish. Thanks, friend. We appreciate it.
He nods, and he'll send you. He'll let you in. He also tells you that the carts and horses, there are stables here, like on the surface level, and they will put those up for you.
Arafil's going to hand the letter to Ryle since he's doing the talking.
Okay. The inn name is, by the way, in common is the Copper Cup.
All right. I can do the talking, but I'm not exactly this character is not a very talkative person.
Okay.
It really depends on how you want to do it. You know Dwarvish?
I know Dwarvish.
I did.
I was just.
I know Dwarvish too.
I was letting the person who was best buddies with Gildren when we were in Tribor speak up instead of Caldrus's ass always doing all the like. I mean,
It's all right.
I know I'm the paladin with the high charisma, but I figured that people would want to talk about. Sorry, I just noticed that an orc said Copper Cup.
Yep, Copper Cup is the name of the inn. So you walk in through these massive gates built into the side of the mountain, and you head down into. You head off your cart to the furriers, and you head down into the great keep of Citadel Felbar. Those of you who know any Dwarvish lore will know this is an ancient stronghold, one of the oldest. Their mines go down deep into the mountains, even down to the they head down this down into the depths of the earth. But going down, you don't see any signs of mining. It's well lit. There are both shafts of light coming down from above. There are plenty of torches. And the first level is bustling with people, mostly dwarves, a few scattered humans and elves and the like about. And you can easily find the inn based on the directions that you were given. And there are, again, this is a human inn this is an inn that is focused for humans. So you can, there are human-sized chairs and lots of humans and half-elves and elves around. Proprietors, traders mostly. And the innkeeper will come over and ask you what he can do for you.
I don't want to step on Arafil's toes. If he wants to talk.
Nope. I haven't stepped forward.
Okay, I'm just going to ask him for an ale. We've been on the road for a while, and I'd like to take a little bit of time off. It's been a while since we've been actually, well, since we've not camped out in the wilderness.
He'll nod and say, "Oh, it's wanderers from outside. Oh, wonderful. We do quite enjoy having strangers in here. Everyone is welcome in the Copper Cup. He'll sit you guys down at a nice table. The seats are comfortable for bar seats, and he'll ask you if you're going to need some rooms as well."
I'd say yeah for right now. Well, I'm going to look back at everyone else. Is staying here fine with all of you?
I'm okay with the Copper Cup. It's more suiting to someone of my particular stature. But we're always able to look around town a little bit if we want to find something more suiting to anyone's taste.
Okay. Yep, the
This
innkeeper
place
will
is fine with me.
Yep, he'll nod his head. He'll say his name is Brote, Brote. And he will tell you that outsiders are welcome to wander around the top. There's plenty of shops carrying just about anything you can imagine from the Sword Coast. We are a very wealthy mine. Just be aware that outsiders are not allowed below the first level without escorts.
What's below the first level?
Well, that's he tells you it's more of the it's where the kings and nobles stay down there. Also, it's the entrances to the mines are down there. It's just, there's shrines to dwarvish gods. It's the dwarf quarter. Up here, obviously there are plenty of dwarves that both live and do commerce up here. This is it's not like nobody is allowed to go down there, but don't go down without having invitations and an escort with you. That way we know that we only allow our trusted friends to enter our sanctums.
I understand completely. Now, I do have one question for you. I've heard the Citadel Feld Bar has some of the finest forges in this area. Are outsiders allowed to go look at them and maybe watch as the dwarves do their work?
He smiles and says, "We do have some. We are we are the best forge this side of Gauntlgrim. However, we are a military establishment, a stronghold in the north against the horrors of the orcs and other fell creatures. So you will need permission to view them before you'll be able to be allowed in."
I'm going to pull out my my mark or clan mark, and I'm going to save him for a friend of the dwarves.
Okay. Yep. It shows your friend. Well, it shows you're a friend of the king and queen, and he will absolutely, as soon as he bowed, he's like, "Oh, any friend of the king will obviously have access to that." Have you met with the king yet?
No, we were told to come here, and we'd have a runner come by and get us when he was available to see us, but we're not sure how long that's going to take.
He nods and understands. Of course, but please, all your rooms and your drinks will be free. It's an honor for me to serve you. I'm sure that he will allow you access to whatever you wish. If your letter comes from who it says it came from, I do not have access to them myself. I can go down to the lower levels, but I am not a smith. But I'm sure he can arrange that for you if you wish.
Oh, we appreciate that. But while we're here, I would like an ale. And I believe the rest of my friends might want something too.
He says, "Absolutely." He claps his hands a few times and waves them over. Several.
Yeah, Veribar will have several alcoholic beverages.
Because I was sneezing. Several large, several dwarf-size flagons of ale will come over, and by dwarf size I don't mean small. I mean gigantic,
Huge.
oversized, quaffing ales will come over.
Ooh, fancy word use.
And you are able to have a round or so. A runner will come in. He will have he's gonna be a little more fancily dressed, and his beer is gonna be a little bit neater. And he's gonna come over and hand you over a letter on a tray. And when you take it, he will bow and remove himself from the premises.
Well, all right, I'll take the letter and I'll read it. Does it say come down, or when does it say we need to come meet with King?
Okay. It bears warm greetings. He's very. He says that he is honored to meet friends of his great weapons master. He doesn't request that you. He says he's occupied this afternoon, but he would love if you would join him for breakfast tomorrow. He will send a guide to guide you down to his palace in the morning.
What does it say?
Sounds good. It says we've got the rest of the day to do whatever we want. We're gonna have a meeting in breakfast. Well, around breakfast time. I believe it says that a runner will come by and grab us. So if I guess we have time to rest for the rest of the night, or if we want to go look around, we can do whatever we want.
Sounds like a
Player
plan.
Bar will take this opportunity to hit on pretty much anything shamelessly and pretty aggressively.
Okay. Give me a D100 roll to see how what kind of quality there is around.
Quality.
He
That's-
was number
Okay.
one.
That's
there are-
kind of amazing.
Yeah, mostly men, humans, a few halflings, a couple of elves. There are some dwarfish women around. Some of them are fairly attractive, but they do have very long, full beards.
And giant penises.
Well, it is hard to tell the dwarvish men from the dwarvish women.
Yeah, but these are serving dwarves, so they do kind of like have this sort of the dresses, and they make it a little more obvious that they're women. Trying to get those tips.
Cricket, cricket.
Yeah. Wait, you said the halflings were male, though?
Yep, they're all dudes.
Maybe we picked the wrong establishment.
It's just traders. But yeah, if you want to go and try and find someone else, there's other places you can go, and you can definitely find someone there too.
I'm rolling a 1d10 to see how drunk I am on a scale of 1 to 10. Oh, not nearly drunk enough for that.
Should have rolled a D100.
So yeah, for now I will have to pass on the available women.
Okay.
But
If there's anything else you guys wish, if there is shopping, there's clothing of all sorts. There's armors and weaponsmiths and jewelers and.
Yep, I was actually going to start looking into the book. That thing you did to my armor, Ryle, you can do that if I go acquire new armor.
I can. I just need to modify it a little bit during a rest.
Okay, I just making sure. I'm gonna take a peek at the equipment pages in the book because it might be time for me to buy something. But other than that, Calders would just take a nice walk to kind of explore.
Okay.
I would go back up to the barkeep and ask them if they have a temple to Gond here in the Citadel. I know they probably just have one for Moradin, but dwarves do worship Gond as well.
He tells you there aren't any. There's all kinds of temples to various gods around here. He will. God damn it! He will give you directions to a temple of Gond. Yes. Stop it.
Okay.
But yes, he will give you directions to a temple of Gond.
Okay. that's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over there and find out what's been going on since I've left. I mean, we don't have to roleplay that if you don't want to, but I'm gonna go there for a while, and everybody else can do their thing. Actually, how much gold do we have?
A bunch. That's why I'm thinking about shopping.
Might be time to buy some dwarven plate.
That's. I didn't know how much human-sized stuff they would have here, but I would assume that they could make it if they didn't have it on hand.
It would take some time to make, but you could definitely, if you want to stick around for a few days, you could probably get that made.
Yeah, we've got, what, 200 gold pieces each, just under 500 silver pieces each, and just under...
How much gold do you guys have each?
I have more than one.
Well, we have it all in the team treasure. Like, I'm trying to do mental math here. Can you do formulas?
Yeah, I would be looking at...
975 copper each.
I have over 500 gold just for me then.
Okay. A plate costs 1,500 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's other things that I might buy, like weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just saying, you're talking about plate. Plate is expensive. Yeah, you guys can go shopping. I think anything in particular that you wish, and you could take a look at that.
Is there any sort of like trading guilds that operates like throughout the whole country?
In human territories, there's the Lion Shield Cloister, which is based out of Yartar. So they have places. It's not all throughout, but many human towns and settlements will have one. But that's about it.
Okay. I mean, I know this is dwarven and not human, but I don't know. It's like big and multicultural, so I'm just wondering if they have a cloister here.
Yeah, they do not. They would not have. This is the dwarves would not let a human.
That makes sense.
Traders like that have a setup.
Sounds good. In that case, I have nothing I want to do other than drink more, because a 2 out of 10 is not drunk enough.
Okay. Does anybody else have anything they wish to go shopping for? I mean, there are dwarven traders in here. What are you trying to buy, Matt?
Oh no, I don't have the money for it now, so like I wanted to like give word to like a trading clan that like I'm looking for one of those like magical animal figurines.
I see.
But as I am currently not wealthy enough to afford it, even if they did have it, there's no point in like me looking for one here.
Alrighty.
Actually, you know what? I kind of would like to go see if they have something, not necessarily a combat weapon, but something fun or something interesting.
Okay. So you're not necessarily looking for a weapon, just for some sort of magical item, or are you looking for a weapon that doesn't really? You're just looking for a weapon, maybe.
I'm looking for something interesting.
Something.
It's not to be a weapon, just something interesting.
All right. Let me go in here then. Why don't you give me? You can find a couple shops with stuff, and word's gotten around that you are meeting with the king tomorrow, so they're a little more willing to work with you. You're not going to find the nicest stuff up here. Give me 3 D100, and we'll see. You did find a shop that had a couple of magical items, and we'll see what they have available for you.
I'm gonna assume that I went with him.
Okay.
I would be interested in selling a light crossbow and attempting to purchase a heavy crossbow if I could find one.
Yeah, so you could absolutely find that and make that transaction. You can sell it for 75% of the worth.
Okay.
Would you care if we converted all of our silver to gold? Because I'm apparently heavily encumbered.
You can find. Yes, now remember you had it in your cart, I would assume. So you're encumbered when you're carrying it around. But yes, you can. They have. Okay. There will be coin changers there, and they will change it for 2% commission.
Okay.
I'm totally gonna buy a crossbow in silver because I'm a jackass.
Drawers don't care. Why the fuck do I never save this? I swear to God, I bookmarked this thing.
Let me go get a calculator.
I just googled dwarven women with beards, and that was not a good thing to Google.
No, don't ever Google something like that in Google. You know what's going to happen.
Well, now I have to.
Of course you do.
All right, where the fuck you roll? 90, a 4, and a 44. So in there, he has an immovable rod for sale. He has a potion of greater healing. And he has a potion of hill giant strength.
Ooh.
He's also going to have a couple other things here that I have to. There we go. Bookmark. I did bookmark you. See, it's. Oh. It's in the wrong folder. Okay.
I took advantage of the Dwarven Bank, by the way.
Okay. Very good. I'll trust you did your math right.
I think I shorted myself, but I'm not positive.
He also has a pike and a magical dagger. The dagger, you'll get a +1 to intelligence saving throws. That does require attunement. The pike, once per short rest, when you crit with the weapon, you can cast hex on the target, and you can choose the stat to hex. Although it can't be transferred, it's just on that one target. That also requires attunement.
I wish I could use those, but I'm gonna ask him about that immovable rod.
Okay. Immovable rod is a, let's see. That is a. It's an uncommon item. Flat rod has a button at one end. You can use the action to press the button, which causes the rod to magically become fixed in place. Until you or another creature uses the action to push the button again, the rod doesn't move, even if it is defying gravity. The rod can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. More weight causes the rod to deactivate and fall. The creature can use an action to make a DC 30 strength check, moving the fixed rod up to 10 feet on a success. That'll go for, set uncommon. He will sell that to you for 300 gold.
Okay. I'm going to take a look at it. I'm going to test it out. If he'll let me.
He's more than happy. He's more than happy to show it off, yeah. It's not like you can steal it.
Okay, I'm going to take the rod.
Only know a couple of people who could pass the DC 30 strength check.
Actually, I'm not even sure if we could.
I mean, none of us are capable of it.
Oh, no.
But you get to press the button again, because you're the person who used it, ideally.
So I'm going to stick it up in the air. I'm going to... How big is the rod? Is it big enough to Well, how
it's-
long's the rod?
It's 3 inches in diameter. We'll say it's 5 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna stick it up in the air. I'm going to try and do a couple pull-ups with it. And
I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. I apologize. Let's see if it says. Yeah, it doesn't say. So we'll say 3 inches around, and we'll say 5 feet long.
so I'm gonna look at it and say, you know what? I kind of like this thing. I think I'll take it for 300.
All right. He will gladly do that for you. He will get you that. You now have a immovable rod.
Awesome. All right, and I hate to be that guy, but I'm going to pay him in silver, 550 silver, and the rest of it in gold.
Okay, so that's 550 silver is 55 gold. So you owe him 245 gold.
Okay. Well, I will hand him the gold. I will thank him very much, and I'll let him know that if we are ever back in the or if we're ever back around here, I'll be sure to head back.
All right, very good.
He
And
had
I'm sorry.
sorry. He had the greater healing potion, and what was the other thing he had? I'm sorry.
He had greater healing potion, a potion of hill giant strength. He's got the pike that casts hex, and he has the what the website calls the civilized shank, which is a dagger that gives you +1 to intelligence saving throws.
I'm going to ask him how much that is.
The dagger, he will give you for 200. That does require attunement.
I am. All it does is give a +1 to intelligence saving throws, and it's a regular
Right, so
dagger.
It's a regular dagger, but you get the +1 to intelligence saving throws.
And it counts as a magic weapon for purposes of damage, right?
Right. So it'll go through magical resistances.
All right, I will take that.
Okay.
I will say, it doesn't have many uses. I'm just trying to think of how I could do this without dropping the wall. Like, all it does is give me a +1 to intelligence saves, guy. I'm not paying 200 for this. I'll say it seems pretty ordinary to me. Why are the prices so steep?
Okay. Give me a persuasion roll. All right. He'll shrug and nod his head and say, "All right, for you, my friend, for you, 150."
And what about the healing potion? How much are you charging for the healing potion?
That was a greater healing potion. Let me look. I think that's the rare version. Right. This potion is P. That's just uncommon. He will do that one for 150 as well.
All right, I will take both of them.
Okay, very good. You take the dagger, and you can put the potion in your pouch. Remember, greater healing potions are the 44 + 4.
Gotcha, thank you.
My other party found a supreme healing potion recently, which is 10d4 + 20.
Wow. That's
They're
nice.
They're also level 15, so they sometimes need that.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out how I'm going to use this immovable rod.
That's one of those things that if you remember you have it, it'll be useful in uncountable ways. The key is just to remember that you have it.
Oh, I'll remember. I'm going to find a use for it. I was hoping they have like an alchemy jug. I was reading about that one. Apparently it had, or you can use it to make like gallons of different liquids.
Yeah.
And one of the liquids is 2 gallons of mayonnaise a day.
Yeah, and the writers Crawford really honestly they came up with that because it's like 3 a.m. the week that they were putting out the books and they're just proofing everything. They said, "Fuck it, 2 gallons of mayonnaise, why not?" Because they were just just kind of exhausted and tired of everything. But yeah, you're all good. Does anybody else want to go shopping for anything? Anything they need?
I'm perfectly happy with my new purchase.
Yep, I'm good for now.
All right, very good. And I'm sorry, that was that Ryle who bought that dagger?
Yeah, that was Ralph.
No.
Or no.
No, Arafil.
Arafel. So Arafel, once you attune to that, you hear a very kind of prissy voice say, "Oh, look, another owner. Hello, owner. How are you?"
Do I hear it in my head?
Yes, you do.
I'm going to think, oh Lord, Mother was right. I am losing my mind. Does it respond to my thoughts?
It will. It'll say, "Oh, you're not losing your mind. I am the cultured dagger. Oh, sorry, the civilized shank, rather. I can remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here to help you with all things mental. Basically, you will have also a +1 to any of your intelligence ability checks.
Okay, cool. Wow. That's kind of worth it now.
Yeah. I thought about it a bit, and I thought I'd like to have you have an annoying buddy, and so because I add an extra feature, I will give you an extra feature as well.
That's awesome. Or maybe it is.
Have you ever got the shotgun that talks shit in Borderlands?
I was going to say the sniper that screams at you for killing people. Like, that person had a family! It's called like Blood Rose or something, and every time you get a critical shot on somebody, it like tells you like how cruel it is to kill people.
I'm gonna go look up.
The
Vaganella,
origin
that
of
was the
this
name of
is-
it.
All right. So you guys have, if you guys have nothing else, you can go to sleep for the night, and wake up in the morning. You do not have Dawn's rosy fingers upon your face because you were underground. You are under a mountain.
I'm trying to find some use for this immovable rod, just to save my interest. So I'm going to borrow my door with the invisible rod.
All right. So you have your door barred with the invisible rod. You hear a knock on the door in the morning. You get up and totally forget about the fact you put the rod there. And so when you try to open the door, it just bangs off the rod and you fall on your ass.
I thought you were going to say you realize that it opens the other way.
That also would have been good. But yes, we wake up in the morning, bright and early. Well, what would be bright and early? So you can go and meet the king.
All right. I guess I'm going to get ready. I'm going to put on my nice robe over my armor, and I'm ready to go.
All right.
I'm going to pick up my immovable rod and put it back in my pack.
Okay. All right. So you all do the same thing. Is there anything special any of you wish to do before you head out to meet the king?
Read the DMG.
Okay, but that's not something you're in character.
No, I have not.
First off, I'm going to check my extensive notes that I'm sure my character made and make sure that the name of the king is Morin. I have Morin Tithmel here. Is that the name of the king?
That's what Caldron.
The king is Morin, the queen is Tithmel.
Okay. Morin Felbar?
Well, there's King Morin and Queen Tithmel. There's no family names that I can see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys got set up. The same messenger from last night is there to lead you down to the lower levels. You actually go down a couple levels. There's a long, winding ramp. The second level actually seems to be the forges. So you have big bellows forges, and you can smell the smoke. Although it's very well ventilated, you're not like choking on it, but you can definitely tell there's work going on here. Can you go down another couple 100 feet, and you come down to a very fancy looking area. There are still tubes of light coming down. The dwarves are obviously great craftsmen, so they have natural light filtering through. And they also have plenty of large chandeliers magically lit. And you are led to a fine palace built into the mountain. And inside the courtyard, there is a nice table set. And there are guards all around. And sitting at the one end of the table is a dwarf man and woman with crowns upon their heads. And you will be announced. Yep, you will be announced as with your names by the gentleman the dwarf gentleman who greeted you, who brought you here, and then he will excuse himself again. The
Airfield.
king.
I was going to say, Airfield, do you want to do the talking?
No. Yep, I'll step forward and bow, courteous bow, and say, greetings, Your Excellencies. Are they both there? They're both there, right?
They are both there, yep.
Greetings, Your Excellencies. We were sent... Gelrin? Is it Gelrin?
Geldrin.
Geldrin. We were sent by an associate of yours, Geldrin, we still have the letter, right? So I will hold up the letter and ask, may I approach? Or if there's a guard there, I'll hand it off to the guard.
Okay. The guard will take it, and he'll take it over to the king. They're not looking at you. The guards are looking at you suspiciously because they're guards, and that's what they do. The king does not look suspicious. He does want to inspect the letter first. He will take it, and he will look it over, and he'll smile and say, "Welcome, my friends. I am sorry for this, for the extra security. I hope you understand that strangers entering into our sanctum is not part of the order of the day, but please have a seat. Welcome to my home. Any friend of Geldrin is a friend of mine. He is a great smith, and we owe him much." And you guys can take seats. It's a large table. You can sit next to each other. You can spread yourselves out a little bit, however you want to do it. Servers will come in and they'll bring you tea, and there's whatever kind of breakfast food you want. There's plenty of meats around, of course, but if you want pancakes or waffles or something, they can make that for you. The king will ask you about your adventures in the world above. He tells you he's, in his youth he was, a soldier and an adventurer, but obviously those days are long past now that he has responsibilities.
Arafil will start recapping the beginning of our journey, how we, were setting off, and he'll start to explain, from his perspective, how this was. He's always sung about others' adventures, so I've always been seeking an adventure of my own, and never could I have imagined to have found myself in. Sorry, I just bashed my foot really bad. I'm fucking hurt that, but so shit. Start recapping the state that we found. What was it? Nightkeep. Can't think of the name of the first town. Not Neverwinter. Nightstone. Jesus. The state that we found Nightstone in, and how I'm sure your experiences are somewhat similar, or you've heard stories, but it seems that there is This is brutal. There is the possibility that the whole Jesus Christ, the words just are not flowing to my tongue. How the whole landscape, the whole I want to say world, but I just can't. It just is not coming to me. Could follow the same fate, and any information or any help that you can provide in figuring out what these giants want. And what their plan is, we would greatly appreciate.
Okay. He'll nod, and he's listening to your story, which I'm sure in character is much more engaging. And Gauntlegrim, actually, you will know a little bit about Gauntlegrim. I'll tell you about it here in a little bit. As far as what you were saying, he tells you that he is aware of Duke Zelto. He has restarted the forge up in Iron Slag. He doesn't know what they're doing up there. When the fire giants first took it over, they had some messengers from them, but he has not heard from them in several years now. And he has heard recently the fire giants' excursions of some prisoners being taken from dwarven farms in the area, some miners on, far-flung mines trying to strike it rich. So he would like to know what's going on up there. He would like to have the giants pacified. And he tells you that if you are able to pacify the giants, whatever that may take, he will build you, cost on all his own, he will build you a tower in the Silver Marches and give you title over it, as well as 10 loyal dwarves to man it while you are out adventuring. And he says, that is if you can complete that. If it's beyond you, or if you have other duties, of course, take care of those for yourself. These are for helping our great master smith. And he waves over a servant, and the servant will set a small box in front of you.
Without looking in the box and seeing what it is yet, Arafil will kind of, I'm assuming that's something that's going to help us on our way, but whether it be gold or whatever it is, but Arafil will kind of jump the gun a bit and say, that's quite a gracious offer, one that I don't think that we're going to be able to turn down. However, if there's anything you can do to, help us on our journey and on this quest, we'd greatly appreciate it. He's like completely ignoring the box.
He's ignoring it so much that he's not even looking at it.
Yeah.
Disrespectfully ignoring it, just dealing with issues in order.
He just doesn't imagine. I mean, I'm sure that there's something in there. Like, as a player, I'm sure there's something in there that, whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to help us. Whether it be something to help us arm ourselves or whatever. But he's just doesn't imagine being so naive to adventuring. He just doesn't imagine that something in this. How big is the box?
Probably about 6 inches long, 3 inches high, 2 inches deep.
Someone else could open it while he's making a fool of himself. What's in the box?
Did somebody open it?
I have a question I was waiting to ask, so I hadn't opened the box yet either.
Okay.
But
what was your question, Calders?
Oh, it was to the king, so I was waiting for a break in conversation.
Oh, okay. The king tells you, Calders, that your reward for your help, for your assistance already provided, will assist you in your in whatever adventures you choose to go on further.
So I'll open it.
Okay. Calders, what was your question?
My question to the king was, Calders is going to say, what sort of giant problems have you been having up near Iron Slag? Are they just random attacks? Do they seem to be searching for anything? We're trying to piece together exactly what's happening in the world.
He doesn't know exactly what's happening. Like you said, the Duke Zelto took over Ironslide. He's the Lord of the Fire Giants, and he's heard rumor that all sorts of giant raids, but he suspects that the issues he's had with farmsteads and land stakes being raided are probably from the Fire Giants, because they are the closest. And when you open the box, inside are 2 small golden lions. 1 male, 1 female.
Alive?
No, not currently. They're small golden lions.
Yes.
Yes, they're just
Out of
tiny golden
character, I
lion.
feel like I know what these might be. In character, I will be impressed by the craftsmanship of the lions.
They feel a little warm to the touch, and the Dwarf Kings will tell you those are figurines of wondrous power. Once a week, you can, once every 7 days, you can activate one, and it will turn into a lion for up to 1 hour. You can use them both at the same time or individually.
Nice.
I've loved the fact that you've been asking for these for weeks, when that all you had to do was come here for that quest, and they would have gotten them. That's just the prize from that event, from that quest.
You didn't do this to give
Nope.
it to me to shut me up? That's
Nope.
awesome.
Nope. I've been holding it in for weeks.
See, I told you it was a good idea to come out here. Okay, I'm going to thank the king for doing this. We really appreciate the gift that you've given us. It's way more than we expected.
He nods and says, "I know you'll. I feel your paths will take you far and wide. If they pass by Iron Slag, and you can subdue them, please bring. Stop. If you can bring me. If you bring me proof or send word, I will have that tower built."
We would greatly appreciate it. It's an honor. But we aren't too familiar with this area. Where is Iron Slag?
It is to the north. Do you have if you have a map, I can mark. I'll have one of my scribes mark it for you.
Okay, I'll hand my map over.
Okay.
Oh, I see it now, but we don't know where it is in character.
Right, in character you don't. But yes, he will mark it there. He will tell you that it's kind of hard to find. So if you can find a guide, that would probably be best. It is up in the mountains, and you will need some climbing gear probably to get to it.
Okay. Well, it looks like we probably need to buy some stuff or some things around here. But well, because of this gift that you've given us, I'm going to give you a little bit of insider information here. Some of the fire giants seem to be looking for. Well, we're not exactly sure what they were looking for. But when we were back in one of the towns we passed through, we found a rather large amount of adamantine, and I believe the people we talked to about selling it were talking about going to some of the different large cities around. Maybe this large amount of adamantine would interest you.
He says it very much would. Word travels. Word does travel, but along the roads, but traders tend to move a little slower because they stop everywhere to trade. I will be sure to send a rider out to see if I can find out where that sale would be. I'm sure they would reach out to us. Everyone knows the dwarves would pay best, and I'd hate for that adamantine to fall into my cousin in Adbar's hands. And he kind of smiles to himself. Thank you for this extra information.
Anything for anything for someone who would help us out as much as you have. And as well, I'm a fellow initiated into. Well, I can't think of the word at the moment. A honorary dwarf of the clan Rockseeker. So I'd do anything for my dwarven brothers.
He nods his head and thanks you. He's not familiar with Rockseeker. He asks where that's from.
It's a relatively new clan. It hasn't been around for much longer, but the head of the clan, Gungeon Rockseeker, was able to find the mines of Phandelver. I'm sure you're aware of those.
He says, yes, I have heard of that. He came down from Mirabar, I believe. Very good. Yes, our brothers in Mirabar are always welcome here, and Citadel Felbar.
We appreciate the hospitality, and if I could recommend, you might want to send some of your dwarves out that way. The Arcane Forge there is able to make some interesting items, much like my arm here. And I'm going to pull off, I'm going to reveal my arm to see it's mostly mechanical. Say this moves like a real arm. And I was able to make it through the Arcane Forge there. It's a very interesting piece of equipment.
He nods and he says, "I've heard of that, and we have traded with that mine." And he does make wonderful things. The only smiths that can exceed it in magical ability are our brothers in Gauntlgrim, where they recently recaptured it from the Drow and restarted their ancient forge. So that's your answer, Caldris, about what Gauntlgrim is. It was recently, only within the last 100 years or so, retaken from the Drow. That's all any of you would know about it, although he did just tell you that there's lots of magical weapons coming out of there. Gauntlgrim, by the way, is
mainly my curiosity because in another character, I'm a dwarf that helped take it back, but I didn't know if surface people would know where it was.
Right. For the 10, you have heard of it, but you wouldn't know anything super special about it.
How do you drag folks? How do you force the perspective in Roll20?
Hold down Shift and click.
Okay, thank you. It's one of them things that I keep meaning to learn, but I never remember it when I'm looking up how to do shit.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys are enjoying breakfast. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss with the King and Queen?
Nothing in particular. I would mention to the King and Queen that I would love to see the forges they have here.
Oh, of course. They'll be more than happy to assign you with a guide to take you up and give you a tour of their forges.
Okay, but other than that, I don't really have much else.
All right.
No, aside from, vague questions about giant activity up near Ironslag, I didn't really have anything for him. I'm the sort that imagines that I can talk to the guards and other people, and that I don't need to bug the king with, "So, heard any news lately?"
All right. Very good. Anybody else? Arafel or Verabrar?
Nope.
Other than just, thanking the king for his general hospitality.
Okay. Very good. So you guys are all led about. Ryle, he'll take you on a wonderful tour that I'm sure you will find exciting and brilliant, and I don't care enough to narrate. But he comes back a few hours later with stars in his eyes, just gushing about the awesome forges they have here in Dwarfland.
Once we're not in the King's Chamber and stuff, Caldris would kind of ask the others, is clearing the giants out of Ironslag something that we want to attempt since we're so far east, or should we continue on any of our other current missions?
Well, what other missions do we really have? We've now done most of them.
Ryle's going to vote that we go do that, but I'm just going to vote that we go help out the dwarves.
I mean, I feel like if we tried to confront the giants head on, we would die. Like a horrible, tragic death. I feel like we've barely survived several encounters with no more than 2 giants,
Right.
and trying to attack them would be tantamount to suicide, which I'm not all about.
And a reminder, you were told that there is that by the guy in Everland, that there is a whole clan of fire giants at Ironslack.
Yeah.
So I vote we gain some skill and familiarity with fighting giants, and maybe try to return to that at a later date. I'm sure that he will still reward us if we do it. You know, it doesn't have to be like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's his timetable on this. No one else is going to do this. It's not like a everyday task.
So
After your arguments here, I'm going to agree with you. I forgot that there was a clan of fire giants up there.
me too. I knew there were giants up there, but I was spacing on it like being their fort. Out of character, we have an axe to retrieve in Yartar. We have a dwarven thief guy, Forkbeard or some shit, who was recently heard about near Mirabar, but nobody really knows where he's at. We have a frost giant we're still trying to track down. Everywhere we go, he seems to have been there 10 years ago, but he may or may not be near Neverwinter. We're not totally sure on that. What else? There's some shit about the ordning that we should look into.
Verabrar is happy to go back towards Yartar and meet with his friend, the riverboat captain who thinks himself lord.
Did I forget anything, Ken?
I mean, that sounds about it to me. I can't think of anything in particular. I mean, you can add in the fire giants, but you decide not to do that at this moment because you don't feel like dying. Perfectly reasonable.
Yeah. Well, I say we head down the road towards Sundabar, come across the pass, and then from there, we have no reason to take the north road anymore because we knocked out Zymorvan Hall, so we can head back down the Evermore toward Yartar.
Okay. You don't even have to go down the road all the way to Yartar.
Wait, I just minimized my thing. I was actually looking at it earlier. No, we don't need to go down the road to Yartar, but we would need to think about life when it came to our cart. We could pop over to Yartar, have some fun, come back to Everland. Yeah, Everland. And that would also allow us to boop up to Mirabar, I believe.
Well, Mirabar is quite a bit further east than... Well, it's not that much further off than Yartar. So yeah, from Yartar you can easily get to Mirabar or anywhere else you want to go to. You could even, from Yartar, you can bamf over to... I guess Neverwinter's not that much closer. A little bit closer. Well, actually, Mirabar's even on one of the bamfing stones, so you can bamf right from Yartar to Mirabar.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We would have to leave our wagon and everything behind, but we could hop over to Mirabar, like see what was what, bounce back to Everland when we set out to do like official stuff.
All right. Will you guys discuss that? I'm gonna get some water and use the restroom. I'll be back in just a moment.
Word.
What do y'all want to do? We did all my harbor shenanigans. Good talk.
I honestly don't know.
Going to Yartar seems interesting. There's enough stuff going on there. We can at least
Do we want to?
do something.
Yeah. Do we
Also,
want
I want to do some in-city assassination type stuff. I feel like my character would be very good at that.
We could probably get some of that in Everland and Yartar.
Especially if we could level up like twice on the way.
Hint,
Because in
hint,
2 levels,
wink,
I get
wink.
this feature where people can't use their dark vision to see me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Do we want to stop in Everland, leave the cart, and teleport to Yartar just for sake of time, or do we want to like have all of our shit and pass through Yartar?
As long as we can get between them fast enough, I don't care. We can teleport. Like, is there like a Harper Bank that you can use?
I'm sure if we talk to a certain bartender that likes teleporting people, there's somewhere that we could stash the cart. We could stash our fancy metal cart in Everland, and if need be, buy a wagon in Yartar.
Good.
Yep. We're gonna head towards Everland.
All right.
Sticking to the
Right.
roads this time, I believe.
All righty. Do you announce to anybody where you're going, or?
I mean, Verabrar definitely doesn't tell anybody
All
out
right.
of habit, but he doesn't like prevent anybody from doing it either.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been like, hey, we're headed to Yartar, but I would have said, we're going to arm ourselves with information and prepare to deal with the giants in Iron Slag at our earliest capacity. To whatever
Gotcha.
the dwarf guy was that was leading us around, so that if that makes its way back to the king, he knows that we're on it, just like we need to fight boars in the forest till we're strong enough.
Gotcha. All right. Very good. So you guys get back to your rooms. Ryle has his tour. Ryle, is there anything particular you wish to get out of that tour?
Nothing in particular. I just wanted to look around.
Okay. It was make sure we could. Yeah, it was like, oh, I want to, get a nice piece of weaponry or get a new, something. But okay, very good.
I don't have any more money.
I have money if you need to use money.
Nah, I'm good.
All right. So you do head out. As you head out, there is also a caravan heading down the road. I don't know if you wish to try and join the caravan or head on your own.
Do y'all want to? I don't mind.
I could travel with the caravan.
Not a bad
Yeah.
idea.
All right. So while you wait at customs, they will be happy. You can talk with the leader over there, and he will gladly take you on as guards, and he'll pay you a little bit of gold, 10 gold each. He's heading as far as Silvery Moon, and from there you can head down to Everland. And since you're going in the bigger group, and we want to try and move this along a little bit, let's see. Arafel, give me a D100 and just don't roll over don't roll 90 or above. You have a 10% chance of running into something dangerous.
Sorry.
Oh, fuck.
You let the bard lead?
Verabrar, give me another D100.
Bandit battle. Seven bandits.
In fact, you are ambushed by bandits. They're not attacked necessarily. Tell you what, one more roll. Caldris, give me a D100. Don't roll under 25.
Not under 25.
Nope, you're good. All right. So, as you guys are coming down the path, behind some rocks, you see 15 total bandits come out on horses. Some of them are on a ridge up above. Some of them down here on the road with you. At the front is a dashing-looking halfling with a feathered cap on, at a jaunty angle. Say, "Ho, my friends! This is a toll booth, and I'm going to have to collect a toll."
Is he like super fake cheery about it?
Oh yes, he's very douchey about it.
That's the worst.
Verabrar is going to attempt to slip off into the shadows.
Okay, so you can go ahead and give me a stealth check with 20 people watching you. Just about. No, they.
Not great.
Some of them see you, and they go, and you'll see the leader go up. None of that. Back with your friends. I just need a toll. Just need maybe 100 gold or equivalent loot, and I'll let you all pass by. Nobody needs to be hurt.
Where-ish on the roads are you?
You are. You're up in the hills. You're probably about a day or two out of Silvery Moon, somewhere around here.
Okay, I was thinking about making some comment about, hey, don't you know that these roads are under protection of the crown? They're blah 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 blah. But I needed to know where we were before I started making those sorts of.
Isn't Silvery Moon the Harper headquarters?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna say something to that regard then. That I don't, Caldris is going to speak up and say I don't think it's too wise to be, roaming and trying to ransom people out of using a road, especially so close to the city. There's patrols and there's not too many places to hide out here that you won't be found.
He says there's not a whole lot of traffic on the roads these days now that Silvermoon let Sundar be destroyed. I'm not too concerned about them coming out here. Besides, nobody's caught old
Forkbeard.
No, it's not Forkbeard. This is a halfling, not a dwarf. Good try though.
There was a shot.
There was a shot.
Trying to wrap up all nice and neat.
Nobody's caught old Davdak yet.
Well, that's because you haven't ran into us yet.
That's what I was about to say. Well, we just did.
All right. Well, then it's time to roll initiative. Give me a moment.
You wanted more
You guys handled
XPs,
that
right?
diplomatically.
You wanted 2 levels out of this shit, remember?
Put yourselves where you are, please.
I didn't mean 2 levels like today. I meant like 2 levels like when we get it, it'll be cool. But
If you guys don't mind, because there's a fuck ton of bandits, I'm going to have all the bandits move at the same turn.
That's fine. That's how 5e does default, I think. It just also can generate a shitload of damage in between the party getting react to it.
And that's why I don't normally do it, but there's just too many fucking people. And I mean, these guys are CR 1/8. So I mean, still capable of doing damage. They're gonna have more actions than you, but. These guys on opposite sides, by the way, are about 50 feet up a cliff with short bows.
You mean these dudes?
Yeah, the one and to the south. They're both sides. Okay.
Are there any trees or anything? Like what kind of?
There are plenty of rock. There's some large rocks you can try and hide behind. Again, there's 13 people watching you.
I just rolled as the cart. Was that me? Yes. So remove the cart, I guess. Sorry, I was wondering why it didn't show up in the turn order.
Roll for yourself again, then we'll put the 20.
How did you even?
No, I did. I rolled the 20, and then I rolled again because I thought I hadn't selected myself, and then I changed my 14 to a 20, and
As the cart.
well, the initial roll was as the cart. So
Okay, well, get yourself back in there, and then we'll.
I am. I'm
Okay.
there.
You're there. Okay.
Your disguise rolls are just so good. Not even
Yeah,
that
it was a
even
really
works
good
in
stealth
initiative.
check.
All right, Verabrar.
Alright. Verabrar will take out the longbow and hit this closest guy.
All right. Yep, that'll hit. All right.
21
Go.
damage.
Wilhelm screens down onto the ground.
And then I will try to hide.
Okay.
God,
Nope.
come on.
Bird.
I'm good at hiding, I promise, guys.
Let's see. Can I help him hide?
No.
I'm going to have Socrates sit this one out. He's going to fly back over here to the cart and hide. So if you
Okay.
just want to remove him from turn order.
Very good. In that case, we are now at Arafel.
So since really all that happened there was the,
I just
we stopped
noticed
talking.
my initiative did not show up at all.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut in.
No, that's cool.
There we go. There's the Caldrus we know and love.
All right. Very good.
What did you roll?
5.
But what did you roll previously, though?
It never showed up in the chat at all.
Gotcha. I was going to say change it. If it's higher, you go. So since all that happened, really, was we were talking, and then essentially Verabrar just offed one of these fuckers with an arrow. Arafil's going to say, wow, looks like there's something wrong with your friend over there. Maybe you guys should go get some shelter out of this storm. Get off the road and get some shelter out of this storm. And then I assume he was like, what storm? And I'll start showing on my banjo, and a giant storm cloud will, again, my eyes roll back like storm, or at least I imagine they do that. And the giant storm cloud appears in the middle of us, and I'll aim for the guy next to the one that got shot with the arrow.
Okay. He makes that, but he'll still take the 10 damage. He has 1 hit point left.
That's
and I'll say, ooh, looks like another one of your mates is not doing so well. You might want to seek cover.
All right, the bandit captain doesn't like you talking that much shit. So he is going to pull out a hand crossbow, and he is going to take 2 shots at you. What's your AC?
You did a whopping 15.
Okay, he's going to hit you once for 6 damage.
I'm gonna talk some more shit.
He'll look at his companion and say, "Extra 10 gold over bringing me that bard's head."
I'll say, I guess as he's shooting, I'll say, I'm hoping that it doesn't hit me, but I don't. That's not gonna help with the storm. And cutting words. I don't know if that helps. I don't know what you rolled, but
you rolled a 20. So you said your AC is 15?
yes.
Okay, so yes, it does work.
You're literally pissing this guy off.
I don't think it's gonna end well for me though.
No, but it fits into the roleplay pretty well.
All right, Ryle. Your bard's talking a lot of shit. His mouth is writing a lot of checks, and you're pretty sure you have to cash them.
Okay, I'm gonna look back at our bard and just look at him like, "What are you doing?" I'm gonna tell my my golems to guard Airfield before he gets himself killed. So they're gonna walk over here and they're gonna put themselves in between. Well, 2 of them are gonna walk over here. And the other 2 are going to walk over here and block things off as well as they can. And I'm going to just start walking towards these group of bandits. I can only get about right there. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the one that's weakened. I don't know which one that was.
That guy is over here up the cliff. So I'm not sure what the range is on that.
It's far enough.
60.
Well, because he's 60 feet over way flat place. He's 50. Well, fine, it doesn't matter. He's dead. I'm not going to fight it, but not in this combat. So yeah, he goes down.
Okay. I'm gonna just kind of glance in that direction, cast my spell, and just continue walking towards them, and have my archers fire off at some of these 2 at this guy and 2 at this guy.
Okay. 3 of those are hit.
Okay. That one takes 10 damage. This one takes 8.
All right.
And that's it.
Very good. Because the bard is talking shit and their captain told him to, all 10 of the remaining archers are going to shoot at the bard.
Ha.
Can anyone say pincushion?
Yeah, that's gonna kill me.
4,
That might suck.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so there are no crits, which is good. Said your AC is 15.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 2 damage. Another 6 damage. That's 8. 16. 19. 22. 25 total damage.
All right.
Oh, got this.
So all of a sudden, you guys just see a flurry of arrows just pierce the bard. I imagine he says something like, "Ow." But I don't think that puts you down. Right?
I've had worse.
All right, Caldrus.
So I have a non-war horse. How would it work if I horsed on in there?
The horses can go on your turn. It can only thing it can do is move, dash, and disengage.
I just kind of want the horse to move me.
Yeah, you can move and then get off the horse and move yourself if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you can totally move with the horse. So you can ride on the horse over there.
I was just making sure that didn't use my action to.
Nope,
to
that
move
uses
the
its
horse.
action.
So I will horse. And then I will either swing while on the horse or get off the horse and let the horse fuck off however it chooses to do so. And I'm going to start attacking this guy.
Okay. You can stay on the horse if you like. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, so that kills that one. You said the one right in front of the captain, right?
Correct.
This guy. Okay. Yep, he did. He was already hurt. So he did.
I will step forward and swing at the captain, actually.
All right.
I should thin their numbers, but I'm trying to be a hero.
That'll hit.
I'm going to go ahead and smite his ass and use a second level spell slot for that. Actually, you know what? No. No, I can't do that. No, never mind. I am going to smite.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to type it. And I wanted to make sure that it was 3d8.
Yep, 3d8. Alrighty. He does not like that very much at all.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it would make a difference. Okay. And Caldrus. No, I'm sorry. Verabrar.
So this person's like up a cliff, right?
Yes.
Is it like possible to run up it? It's just higher, like elevated, or it's like a sheer cliff?
It's pretty sheer. I mean, you can work your way up, but it's going to be
All right, well, I'm just going to shoot him
really
then.
rough terrain, yeah. You'd be off to shooting him. All right, that's a hit. 11 up, and you do it. He has 11 AC. He has 11 hit points.
Oh, well, he was super dead.
Well, you didn't get sneak attack from that, but
Well, he's in. Oh, I only get that on melee enemies. Never mind. Sorry. I get on melee attacks against isolated enemies. I get sneak attack.
Wow.
But that's only melee, which is why I'm trying to pull out the rapier now.
all right, very good.
Can I pull out the rapier now so that I can pull out the shield next turn? How does that
Sure.
work?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, Arafel.
How many of those attacks hit me earlier?
5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And what are the rules for concentration again? I have to roll higher than 10 or half the damage.
Right, so it's higher than 10. You have to roll higher than 10 6 times with your spell casting ability.
Wait, what? Don't I just roll con saves?
Oh, right,
Yeah.
you're correct. I'm sorry, it's con.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure because I really. I
He
don't
was
know.
like, wait, I can roll charisma saves? Yeah.
You're right. It's con, not charisma.
One. No. Okay.
If you have inspiration, you can use it. I don't know if it's worth it for this fight, but you could.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not using that potion right away.
Out of curiosity, how many hit points do you have left?
Enough. All right. 14.
All right, that's not bad.
I will. Let me just check the. Yep. Over. I'm casting hypnotic pattern over in. Oh, I don't know. I don't have that selected. The bottom 3.
Okay. I was really hoping you could catch Caldrus in that.
Can't really do that.
What's your save?
15.
15. All right. One hits one.
All right, I'm gonna go take cover behind the cart.
Okay. Yep. You can get yourself some cover back there. Actually, based on the way the cart is, you'll get 3/4 against the ones in front of you. You'll get half cover from the one in the cliff.
All right.
Alrighty. Bandit Captain's got somebody in front of him, and he is going to take some swipes. He has 3 attacks, 2 with a scimitar, 1 with a dagger. AC is 20 or 21?
2-0.
2-0. All right, hits you twice, total of 14 damage.
How does it? Never mind, I got it. I was going to say
Yeah,
heavy armor master, but it's 6 regardless.
Right, 6 regardless how it breaks down. So, and Ryle.
Okay, Ryle apparently did not see these 3 down here at the bottom.
Right, now again, they are 50 feet up. They are also 50 feet up a cliff.
Oh, well, I did not see them. So I'm going to continue on to help out Caldris. So I'm going to get to about right here. I'm going to hit this guy with my war hammer. Is that a miss?
No, that's a hit.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
All right, so it does 12 damage.
These guys aren't much. All right, he's dead.
And then I'm going to command my golems to continue guarding Arafil and to fire at these bandits. And they're going to fire at the bandits.
Which ones?
2 of them are going to fire against that guy.
Okay.
And the other 2 are going to fire against that guy.
Okay. All right, 1 hits. But that hit the guy that was already hit before. He had 1 hit point left, so he goes down.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. So bandits are up. These guys are going to come swarm Caldris and, defend their leader. And these guys, 2 remaining guys, you're hiding, you got half cover. They're not really that, these guys aren't that good with their crossbows, they know it. Let's see here. I think I'll do it this way. Arafil, Veribar, Caldris, Ryle is how this is going. It's going for Ryle. Okay. Very good. So the ones doing the melee attacks hit you once, Caldris, for 6. And the other 2 will shoot at Ryle and miss completely. All right. Caldris.
I'm going to longsword this guy.
Okay.
Nope. And then continue to swing around and hit the leader.
That will hit.
And I will smite. First level smite though. Which I need to make buttons for. I'm sorry, I keep having to type things.
No worries. All right. He's still up, but he's looking wobbly. Veribar.
Alright, Veribar will dash to here
Okay.
and will attack this guy.
That'll hit.
For
Yep. You
20 damage.
You're using a rapier, so you're not entirely sure how you do it, but you do behead this guy.
That would be a sight. It's like a Sonic slash straight anime.
All right. And Arafel.
Arafel is going to cast Bane on the, actually, it's just the distance. Nope. Gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself. No. Cast Call Lightning again, and try to hit one of the guys up top. That one.
Okay. I swear to God, there's one of the apartments across the way from me is doing like Morse code out its window.
With what?
What
I
did
don't
they
know.
say?
It's just this. I don't know.
But what are they like? Are you using? Are they using lights? Or are they using?
No, like lights. Yeah, there's like a light that's it's like it's constantly on, and every now and then it just flashes.
Mhm.
And sometimes it's quicker, and sometimes it's longer. It's like I swear to God, it's Morse code, but I don't know Morse code.
Where the fuck? There we go.
Send messages back.
I mean, there's a house across the way. There's a drug dealer's house, and I know that. But this apartment is like, you know, a house down from it. It's not aiming in the right direction. I don't understand. Anyways, on which guy? On this dude?
The one to the west. No, the
Okay.
yeah, up there.
Very good. Dexterity save. Nope, he did. All right. Bandit Captain. He is going to disengage, and he's going to try and run the fuck away. So he's going to book it. And he'll move 30 feet past you, Caldrus. Ryle.
Okay, I'm gonna laugh at well, I'm just gonna see this guy run off, and I'm just gonna kind of laugh to myself. Well, we warned you, and I'm gonna go after the guy who's still here.
Oh no, I warned him, and you looked at me like I was an asshole.
Well,
I didn't
one of
know
them is
why-
actually.
I didn't know why you taunted them when they were all still up and could attack you.
I was trying to give him an out and let him go. I knew how this was going to end.
Fair enough. You have a point.
It's kind of trying to intimidate him, but
Now he's got 6 points.
So I'm going to attack this guy and fail miserably.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have my golems just shoot arrows at these guys. So 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom.
All right. Top will be first. 12. So 3 of the 4 hit.
13 for the top. And 5 for the bottom.
All right, very good. I'm going to delete this guy and bring. That's already been okay. He goes down here. Got 2 left. I got to add the bandits back in here. All right. This last bandit over here is going to try and shake his friend awake. Are they able to do that? I have not a pattern.
Yes, so it takes their action.
it's his turn.
Okay. Yeah. Bandit's
How?
turn. Because the bandit I used to set it got deleted, so I put him back in there. They go between Ryle and Calders.
Yeah, they actually had a 7.
Yes, they did. But I marked one when I selected one and I
Oh, it was the one you deleted.
and
my
I
bad.
deleted it. Right.
Yeah.
So I just put him back. I'm not worried about the number. He will shake his friend awake, and they will retreat back up into the hills. So they'll be gone. This guy is still engaged. He's not aware that everybody's abandoning him, so he will continue trying to fight. Taking a swing at Ryle. And missing, just clanking off your armor. Caldrus.
I'm going to swing at the non-leader guy first, and then hopefully connect on around.
Well, the leader ran away. He's 30 feet past you now.
Oh, sorry. I still saw the the icon, so I thought he was here. Then I will swing at this guy and see how that does, and swing again and see how it does, since I assume the first one misses.
Yes, 10 misses. Yep, second one hits, and that'll kill the second guy. He goes down in a heap.
And then I am going to spend my movement to jog 30 feet towards the asshole running away from me.
All right.
And that's it, sir.
Alrighty. If we're going to do a chase, give me a moment here. I will look up the chase rules in DMG, and we'll do that. And I think that'll probably be towards the end of the session.
Well, I'm a rogue, so I'm gonna catch him.
Well, when there's chases like this, it's not actually just how much movement you get. I mean, it might, but he's also way ahead. Well, you're right there. We'll still do a chase. There's that thing
I
in
have
here.
a new shiny heavy crossbow that I need to test out on somebody's hindquarters.
Well, I can take 2 dash actions if I need to.
I was mostly hearkening back to how much I sucked with the crossbow that I got from the lady in Tribor, where I shot 3 times and just threw it on the ground and charged them with my sword.
All right, if you guys want to catch this guy, you can, because Verbar is already there, you guys can go ahead and say you catch him and strike him down if you wish, or you want to take him prisoner, whatever you want to do. He
Or if
will
I
throw
catch
us-
him, he's just going to die.
Okay. Well, you can definitely catch him.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to kill him when I catch him.
Okay. Well, let's do it. Have it be your turn. So go ahead and do what you want to do. He's only
Okay.
30 feet in front of you, so you can easily catch up to him.
All right, I'm gonna dash past him with a dash action, and then just impale him, like as he runs onto my rapier.
All right. You do get sneak attack because A, he's alone, and B, Calgus is right behind him. Uh,
29
so-
damage.
Yep, that'll do it.
Awesome.
All right. So, all right, you guys are good to go, and you can get into I forget, I think we're on a Silver Moon right now.
We're headed towards Silvery Moon. Obviously,
Yep.
we're going to check the bandits to see how much stuff they had previously stolen.
Of course. Let me tell you what they've got stolen previously. So there are, what, 12 of them? So it's...
I'm also going to take this opportunity to use my second level spell slot and summon Fine Steed.
Okay. All right. So you have in there a total of, between all the pouches, you have 67 gold. I'm sorry, that's not right. D10? Yes, actually this. 670 gold, rather. And you have a bag of 4 rubies, or the 100 gold each.
If I, is there somewhere for me to lay down on this caravan and try to take a short rest?
Yes, you can curl up in the back of the wagon. I'm okay, guys. Really, I just need a nap.
Man, for not having much luck on these roads, these guys had a lot of money.
I mean,
He didn't tell you he wasn't having much luck. He told you there wasn't a lot of traffic. That could be
Okay, that's
well-
not bad.
Yeah, that could be well enough true. I mean, if he's been out here for several weeks and just collected money from people. We'll say you found a small camp, somewhere up in the hills.
he must have ran afoot of some of the dwarven traders coming from the Citadel headed towards Silvery Moon and just lucked out.
And realize it's not all in the big guys. It's 12 of the
Yeah,
D10s were
that's-
on, each individual guys, like 3 gold on 1, 3 gold on 1, 3 gold on 1.
We just
But 30
robbed
gold-
like
30 gold.
20 people, so
Yeah.
not robbed, but you know what I meant.
And the caravan leader will, if you take each of their ears, he'll pay you an extra 5 gold for each of them, because he can trade them in at the city. And
So does that count as like 1 ear per or 2 ears per?
one ear per.
Okay. So how many ears is that?
That would be 13. So that'd be another 13 times 5, so around 75 or so,
That's 65 gold, right?
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, 65 gold.
Do we plan to spend much time in Silvery Moon, or are we gonna press toward Yartar?
I think
I
we
mean, we're
should
gonna spend the next
Yartar.
while in the cities, like through teleporting, I guess. So I don't see any reason to loiter in this one.
Yeah. All right. Well, then we press.
Okay. How much longer do you guys looking to play? Because I know it's getting pretty late out there on the East Coast.
This seems like a pretty good spot to end for me.
Yeah.
it's-
Likewise, I have another
it's
early
12:50.
inspection in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. We'll go ahead and stop it here. You guys have gotten yourself back to Silvermood. Next week, you will take the road down to Everland, maybe fight something, maybe not, and then bamf yourself over to Yartar.
All right, now are we going to be starting an hour earlier from now on until?
That's up to you guys.
Whenever.
I can start whenever. So if you guys want to start, if you guys are home, if you want to start it earlier, I'll be here. If you want to do it later, I can do it later. It's up to you guys. I figure it'd be easier for you East Coast people to start earlier in the day.
Oh yeah, I'd much rather start earlier. I just felt bad today because I didn't know that we were starting an hour earlier.
Yeah. So if you want to start at like 5:30, it's like let's see, it's 5:30 my time. So that would be 8. I can start 8:30 your time. It's because the biggest other thing is Calgis is also here in California, so we can't start too early.
Yeah. I need I don't get home until like 5, so I need at least a minute to inhale some food, especially with her work schedule coming up. I need to be able to make food and stuff. So 8:39 for the East Coast, I can start. But
I cannot start any earlier than 9. So it's
Yeah.
just
yeah, I can
So let's
do
figure.
9.
Okay. Okay. So let's figure for 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Sounds good to me.
That'll work.
All right.
I will see y'all next.